Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. This is Red Prep. I'm building up to Manchester United fourth round FA Cup tie away at Newport County. Manchester United will come after this winter break they had for the last 2 weeks after playing against Tottenham in the Premier League. Obviously, in the FA Cup, they won against Wigan Athletic also away in the third round, which was an easy victory against the Championship side, though it was a tough match. Newport County played against Eastleigh in the third round, and the first tie was draw 1-1. So they had to play the replay for that, and they've gone through that. Obviously, they've been playing in League Two, and they have been unbeaten in the last 5 matches. Manchester United themselves have been on a roller coaster really this season. In the Premier League, they have been off color most of the times. They have been thrown out of and eliminated from Europe altogether after the Champions League debacle. Also in the Carling Cup, they were knocked out in earlier rounds. So realistically, this is the only trophy that Manchester United are playing for. And Eric Ten Hag, who won the Carling Cup in his first season, would want to, even if he leaves the job at the end of the season, he'd want to get another trophy under his belt, and especially after losing the FA Cup final against City last season. Coming to historical head-to-head, well, there is none. They haven't played each other ever, and this will be their first match, especially competitively. Obviously, they played friendlies. United held the club out in 1976, and that's an interesting story. They sent their all-star team to play against their team, and that raised a lot of money for them, and that kept them afloat at that time. Both the clubs actually have gone through recent sort of a transformation. United are under process of ratifying the 25% investment from Jim Glazer, while Newport County have been given the good news of the takeover by Hugh Jenkins this week. So they're also in good stead. They're expected to get around 400,000 pounds for this match, and that should really help them. That should really give them a boost and a shot in the arm as far as finances go, because they are supposed to be working on the lowest budget of the League Two teams. For the manager and the team, this will be a great occasion. The manager himself is supposedly a Manchester United fan, a childhood fan. So all in all, it should be a great event and occasion for the fans as well as the club. On Rodney Parade on Sunday. Obviously, in the last round on the replay, they won 3-1 against Eastleigh. Most of the goal came from crosses and corners. They're strong there. With any side in the lower rung of the football pyramid, they're supposed to be physically aggressive and really not that great in terms of technical ability. They're comfortably mid-table in League Two with 37 points. Obviously, they're quite a distance away from promotion, nearly 14 points, but they're also comfortably away from the relegation zone. Honestly, they don't have much to play in the league. They are safe and they're not going to push for promotion anyway. So this match will be their, World Cup final literally, and they'll certainly be hoping to get the crowd behind them and give it their all. And for many of the players, this will be, their day in the sun, and they would most likely, would want to play out of their skin and play the best match and play the best match in their entire career. So in terms of occasion, this could be a potential banana scheme for the prima donnas of Manchester United. But since the gulf between the quality is such a big one, I don't expect United to have too much trouble with the likes of Casemiro coming back and hectic schedule in the league coming up in February. I think it'll be a good match to flood them back into the team and get them some minutes under their belt before they crack on for for a possible fight for top four in the Premier League. Let's move to the tactical board and try to break down the expected lineups and prospective formations for both the teams. Obviously, we're on Ana Amrabat AFCON, and what a shambles that has been. I mean, he's not been playing. They've kept him on the bench, and they've actually progressed to the next round because of that. But I hope, inshallah, by Indir plays, he hasn't been given a any kind of chance to show what he's got, and I'd like to see him play. But I won't be surprised because Heaton is fit to see Eric Ten Hag going with Heaton, because he is not somebody who gives chances to the youngsters, and he's been really harsh with them, and sometimes unjustly so. Obviously, Pelistri is also supposedly going on a loan. We know that Mabry, Dengor have already left the club, and Fernandez also out on loan already. I would venture to guess that the likes of Shaw, Varane, and Martinez would come back into the team. Obviously, if Maguire is fit enough, he might come into the team, and Varane might get some rest before the Wolves game, because we have a game in midweek as well in the Premier League. Obviously, Dalot would. I think he prefers Dalot, so he'll start on the right wing. The rest of the team should pick itself. Fernandes, Højlund, Rashford, Garnacho. I don't think he's going to drop any one of those. But it'll be interesting if Casemiro comes straight back into the team. I'd play him because he's been training for almost 2-3 weeks now, and start him alongside Menu. But I won't be surprised if Casemiro is on the bench and we see the likes of Menu and McTominay starting, or even the likes of Ericsson starting with Menu in midfield. In terms of Newport County, obviously, none of us can claim to have watched them play a lot. But I did watch the replay because the draw was already done before the replay, so it was interesting. Obviously, at that level of English football, it is mostly route one football, and they also play like that. They put a lot of crosses and high balls into the box. Obviously, Evans has done well for them. I think it's got like 15 goals in the league this campaign at least. Palmer Holden has been playing with Evans up top. They play with three in midfield and usually five at the back. Obviously, Clark is a threat from set pieces. He scored a few goals, and also in the FA Cup, he scored in the last round as well. Obviously, they won against Wrexham, who are placed second in the league too. They are coming at the back of some good run of form. They are unbeaten in last 5 to 6 matches. Even in the league, they have drawn 2 and won 3 of their last 5. So they are a team who will be confident in applying their own method. And it's down to Manchester United to take the honors, take the game by the scruff of the neck, and start on the front foot and get the early goal and try to get as many players on the score sheet, the likes of Rashford, Højlund, and Garnacho, and even Fernandes, who hasn't scored in few matches. If United can get the early goal, I think few players can have fun and enjoy the day out at Newport. But if Newport can get that early goal and just hang on for their dear life, I think with vociferous support from crowd, they could trouble United. FA Cup is known for giant killing and so many upsets we have seen over the years. Leeds beat United at Old Trafford under Alex Ferguson, so that has happened before. So it would be a shock if United don't come out of this with a victory, and even if Newport can get a draw, it'll be huge for them. I don't see United playing attacking, flowing football, but I do see United eking out a 2-0 or 3-0 victory here and get into the next round. So this is how I expect both the teams to line up for the match. According to reports, this would be the month where Jim Glazer's investment into the club will be ratified, and the Devils Pact finally gets solemnized. Obviously, this will be a dark day for Manchester United. No matter what the popular fan channels or fan groups, most of them are sold out anyway. Will tell you this has been a terrible, terrible year for Manchester United. This will be the high water mark for Manchester United, to be honest. Even after all those Glazer out campaigns and procession, we are so happy and comfortable in shaking the hand of the devil, and who's giving refuge to the Glazers indefinitely into the club, and giving them money and resources to dig their heels deeper into the club, and dig their claws deeper into the club, and rinse us and to siphon more money and blood out of this club. I think any reasonable person, rational person would see this for what it is. It is a devil's pact. It is a collusion and highest level of corruption that we've seen in football, that we see across governance and football governance especially. So this is not a surprise. Some people would want to paint it as some kind of business masterstroke, but make no bones about it. This is a stab in the back for the fans and for all the supporters all around the globe who have been watching Glazers out of the club, and Glazer out campaigns and all the social media, furore about this. And this is a stab in the back for the fans, especially who've been waiting with bated breath for the last 12 to 15 months for a conclusion of the strategic review, and getting them finally out of the club. And there was an offer on the table. Obviously, there has been a continued and vociferous campaign from prostitutes who are in bed with Ineos and Glazers to malign the Qatari bid. Obviously, the fans who keep their eyes open to every details and are not led with emotions, and are not that susceptible to brainwashing. They know how the media works and how they try to spin everything in favor of whoever's paying their bills and whoever's got the money to swindle their opinion. That's what they've been doing for the last 2 to 3 months. It's October mainly, and this has been apparent and this has been coming. But here on Halal United, we'll only keep it fruitful and halal, and we're gonna call out Jim and all his coterie of devil worshippers. So So don't worry about that. We're gonna stick with that, and we're gonna keep that flying high. We're not gonna relent, no matter what the winds of comments or winds of public opinion is. We really don't care about that. We're gonna stick to the truth, and we're gonna keep it halal. Inshallah, we can get a victory and move into the fifth round. Please be sure to join us for the red dissection episode for the match against Newport County. So until we meet again, take care, do good, pray for Palestinians, all the oppressed people all across the globe. Assalamu alaikum.